These next guys just keep getting more popular all the time, and that's amazing because they started out pretty popular. What they've done is pretty much unique. They have recreated the authentic sound of a turn-of-the-century ragtime string band, and they have used meticulous research to gather together original arrangements, which they play on period instruments, and a lot of the music they feature is composed by Kansas City ragtime composers. I've always got to brag a little bit about this group's scholarship as well as their musicianship. I was down at the Ragtime Festival in Sedalia this last year and listened to Dennis Pash give a lecture on the history of Kansas City ragtime. He had slides and everything. It was absolutely great. Afterwards, I told him I had one major criticism, that it was about an hour and a half too short. They're not here to lecture you tonight, though, although you will hear a little bit about the origins of this music. But they're going to educate you in the best way possible by letting you listen to the music. So just sit back and relax and imagine yourself down by the riverbank, sitting on the levee, and listening to this sound from the late 1800s. Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Pash, Kevin Sanders, and Bob Alt, the Etcetera String Band.
Thanks. We're going to kick off by doing what was the first big rag hit to come out of Kansas City. And this was in 1901, and it became a national hit. And it was the first rag to come out of Kansas City that was a big hit. It was composed by a guy named Edward Hurry Kelly. And he used to work at the old Carl Hoffman Music Company. And he named this piece for the janitor that used to work there. And he called it Peaceful Henry. It seems this janitor was the type of guy who never got excited about anything. And so people, whenever they had misunderstandings, they'd take their problems to him and he'd kind of arbitrate. I find myself thinking that we could use someone like him nowadays in our government. Too bad he's not still around. But in the 70s, we managed to track down his widow, who was still living in Kansas City. She was about in her 90s. And we interviewed her, and she gave us some of his music and pictures and a couple of unpublished rags. And so we feel we have a connection with him as well. So here's Kelly's Peaceful Henry from 1901. It's a slow drag. Slow drag was the type of dance they did back then, where you used to drag your foot.